Hello, guys, and welcome. Yes, it's another live stream again. And if it's your first time, yep, this is what I do. Um, Real quick, you can expect a story, and you can expect chocolate taste testing, and also some chit chat. So I'm probably gonna be here for a bit, and it's all about fun. Um, Everyone is welcome. Oh, thank you, my friend. Spicy Taco. Happy to see you here on my live stream. I'm actually just getting started. I'm setting up. So I'm happy that you show up early. You are a good supporter, and I really appreciate that. So you know what? Maybe pretty soon I'm probably gonna have to do a giveaway, and for folks like you who tune in, I feel like I need to do something. I mean, I need to give back.
Hey, my pretties, welcome back.
What
I am in
the?
Dollar Tree, and they have this whole.
Okay, I have to get off that. Sorry about that. Um, yeah, I'm just trying to log into this YouTube thing. Usually I should get this thing done already. Turning everything. I'm saying, let me say, whoa. Okay, let me see what you're saying in the chat. Um, Spicy says, turning in every day. Okay, tuning in every day. Appreciate that. Okay, thank you so much. Today's story, I have actually several story. I'm not really sure which one to share with you because I was so busy. I just got in like a few minutes ago, and I had to rush to try to get on live stream or whatever real quick to share something with you guys. Because I have an appointment here, which I don't let anyone know. So it's like only you guys who come in every day and visit are aware that okay, this is what I do. Oh, okay, my buddy is here. Steve, thank you for the love, like always, bro. I'm here to share a story. It's really early, so I'm happy to see everyone who's tuning in. I have like actually two stories, and I'm trying to decide which one to share. I didn't have time. Usually, like a friend of mine, he said I need to prepare ahead of time before I go on live stream. But I say, you know what? This is live stream, and whatever you see is what you get. For the most part, I am trying. I haven't been doing this live stream for very long, so the fact that you guys have so much patience to bear with me, and some of you guys even know me in personal, so you know my personality, you know who I am, what I'm about, peace, love, and harmony, and just positivity in general. That's who I am. That's what I'm about. So when you guys tune in, just want to listen to what I have to say. If you tune in for the story, that's pretty good, because every story that I share every day, it's based on real life event. Like I would get a particular situation and I would turn it into a story, but it's all based off actual events that happened to me, and maybe it happened to a friend of mine or something like that. But most of the time, the stories that I share is like something that I experience, which is pretty cool stories. I see that a few people tuning in. As I said, it's really early. Everyone can do the back and forth thing. I'm sure some people are gonna miss out on the story. Um, yeah, so just give me a minute. I know the last time, I did it. I've been doing this a lot lately. I think it has to do with the late, vlogging kind of situation. Whenever I'm vlogging like so late for some reason, um, I just don't have enough time to set up stuff. The good thing is that I don't have to worry about work tomorrow, but also I'm thinking about doing some fun vlogging. And also I need to, see some family members, make sure everybody's all right kind of situation. I just have to figure that part out, to see how I'm going to do that. Maybe I just call to see what's the situation like in those states, and go from there. And then I'll just randomly go somewhere where not too many people around, and it's a positive environment, and it's just something fun that I could share with you guys, because this is what I like to just do. Random things. It's actually helped me. I don't know about you guys, but when I travel and I go somewhere random, for one, I go somewhere that I can afford. Like if it's really expensive and I can't afford it, then I'm not going. It just makes sense to me. But so I try to go places that I can afford. I try to go places that I can really enjoy myself doing whatever I'm doing at the particular time. I don't know if I should wait for a few more people to tune in because, as I said, it's really early. I just logged on like maybe almost 4 minutes ago. Um, I know I have my notes here somewhere to figure out which to share. Okay, I have my notes here. So just give me a minute, guys. I know that you're here. Make sure you give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate that. Just give me a few minutes. Let me just get these story together. As I said, what I do is at any given moment, I take notes. Okay, when I take notes, I create a story from the notes that I taken during the day. Like no matter where I go, no matter what I'm doing, taking notes is something that is really fun. Oh, thank you. I see that Queen is in the house. Thank you for the thumbs up. I really appreciate everyone who's giving me a thumbs up. I always appreciate that. I see a few people here. Just make sure that you give me a thumbs up because you know what, I like thumbs up just for the fact, you know what I mean. So the fact that you guys are here and it's Friday. I really appreciate that and appreciate everyone who gave me a thumbs up. I noticed that, I can see the thumbs up. So I know how many people are here, how many people giving me a thumbs up. So that for sure, you know. Yeah, so Queen, from always I have all kinds of stories to share. So today I have a story again and basically this story is based off real life events, you know what I mean? So that's what I'm about to share with you. But I'm thinking if I should wait for a few more people to tune in. It's Friday, so most likely, some people might be a little bit busy. I just started the live stream like a couple minutes ago. I see people tuning in, slowly. You know what I mean? I know it's gonna be a slowly process. And it's Friday, so on Friday usually take a little bit, take a few minutes for people to really, catch the notification, tune in, give me the thumbs up, and you guys are ready, and you guys are here to support me and my channel, which is pretty cool. You know what I mean? Like I really like the fact that you guys really like what I'm doing. I don't know if you like the story or the chocolate tasting. I don't know what you guys like, but whatever you like, I really appreciate it like a lot. So let me just see which one of these stories to share. Because remember, guys. Oh, okay. Over 50 is here. She's always here. She's always showing love. I mean, I really appreciate that. You really early. I didn't even start the story yet. I just started my live stream right now. As you know, Eastern time. I try to start my live stream at 10. That's my goal. For everyone who tune in and give me a thumbs up, just showing me love. And I'm all about positivity, love, and just harmony, just peace. You know what I mean? Just I don't like negativity. So whenever people tune in here, I mean, I appreciate all the love, I appreciate all the thumbs up that people give me. So those stuff I really like. So appreciate everything. So now I'm gonna jump into this story. Because I see that there's a few people here already. I could wait a little bit. Somebody says hi. Over 50, sis. Okay, at least people are communicating with each other, which is pretty cool. Um, let me see. Oh man, I'm sorry. Just give me a minute, guys. I have to figure out which story to share. Um, basically, um, I just started a live stream. I didn't get a chance to choose anything and prepare. So when you guys see me, for the most part in a live stream, it's just like a rush. I just got home. As soon as I got home, I was like, oh, and I'm running late. I just want to start the live stream exactly at 10. So whether or not my story said you're alive. I don't know, guys. So am I buffering or can you hear me? Just if you can hear me, just say yes. So I know what's happening. I don't know because for a minute I thought that you know I was buffering for a bit. So a matter of fact, you know what? I'm just gonna share this story. I have so much story, guys. Okay, Blair is here. I was kind of like waiting to start the story, because I know sometimes people. Okay, thank you, my friend. I see a few people tuning in, and I'm actually thinking about starting this story now, or just wait for a few more people to tune in before I could start the story. Thank you, my friend. Let me see. It's too far away for me to see what's going on over there. Everybody who give me a thumbs up, I really appreciate you guys. Let me check something real quick. Okay, lifestyle is here. Thank you, lifestyle. Appreciate the thumbs up. I see a few people here, and Blair, you're here. I don't know how you do it, but you always make it. You always here. You and Spicy and over 50. You guys are always here, always supporting, and I really appreciate it. Like being new to this new YouTube thing, because I haven't been doing it that long. I have been getting like so much love from you guys. Like, listen, guys, let me just put this out there real quick. Before I get into the story, uh, doing this YouTube thing, guys. I must say, it's not easy. It's very time consuming. Live stream, I'm already burned out. The fact that I'm doing live stream, doing this every day. Yeah. Wow. So what I'm saying is I've been doing it every single day, and it's not easy. It's not easy at all, but I'm pushing through, and I decided, listen, you know what, this is what I'm gonna do. Everybody who's here, you guys, give me a thumbs up. Appreciate everyone who just stopped by for a minute, because I see a few people gonna tune in. Just give it a few more minutes. I think I should hang out for a while and wait for everybody to tune in, everybody to give me a thumbs up. And I know you guys do the back and forth thing, so yeah, I have different kind of story to share. But I think I have one story about criticism, and I have another story about basically these stories actually happened to a friend of mine. You know what I mean? So the stories that I'm sharing is like based off real event. Like, you know what I mean? You'll be surprised. So it, these story and either one, I think it's gonna be really fun. But I think I'm gonna share the one with about my female friend. I could say her name. I don't think she watches my channel. Um, but you think it's time for me to start the story? Okay, Slim is here. Okay, so you got a few people here in the house, so I think I could start the story now. I was just trying to buy some time for you guys to tune in so I could start the story. So you guys, you don't have to rewatch this whole thing all over again. So yeah, I'm gonna jump in the story if you guys are ready. I'm ready to get the story started. Are you guys ready or what? Just let me know when you guys are ready. I don't know, my. Okay, you guys are. I don't know what's going on with the light today. Just okay. So a few people said they're ready. Okay. Let me jump into. As I said, all these stories that I share based off real life event. However, I don't usually share the stories with people's name or use too much details. So what I mean, some people could recognize who I'm talking. Listen, for the most part, like this story, if it's someone from my job, who's watching this, they have an idea like who I'm talking about. They'll be like, okay, I know that person. You know what I mean? So, okay, all right, guys, here goes. I'm always sharing some stories, whether it's from the job or, family, friends, or whatever. Okay, so I know this friend of mine, right? She's old. She's a little bit, older than me. You know what I mean? She's in her 50s or whatever. So basically, we were really cool. Okay, so a while back, basically, she worked, and the kind of job that she does, I don't know if you guys are familiar with that kind of job, but the job is called, they changed the name, but basically she's an aide to patients. I think that's a good way to put it. So basically, a lot of people, they're an aide to the nurse or aide to like patients, or she could work into a group home or a senior citizen home or whatever. But basically, she's an aide. And many of you might not know what an aide does, but aide just help keep the patient healthy. I think that's the proper way of saying it. The feeding and all that stuff. If especially if you're a senior citizen and you're really elderly and you need that extra help. So these aides, like I have a lot of friends who are aides. So this one particular aide, one day, she was working, and she usually do I would say like a 7 to 3 shift. Oh, okay, bro. Okay, great job. Okay, thank you. Happy that you're back. I'm just trying to share the story real quick, get it out there. So basically, this aide, one day she was working with a patient, and for some reason, she tried to turn the patient over, and she twists a muscle in her back. Um, After that, she told the jobless, I need to take some time off. I need to do a surgery. So she takes some time off. She did a surgery, and she was off for a while. I didn't see her, but I always ask about her and everything like that. So I kind of have a, information in what's happening. But she was in a lot of pain. She was on disability and the whole 9 yards or whatever. And after that, she came back to work. I seen her. I was talking to her, and she was telling me, she was like, "Listen, I'm still in so much pain. I don't know what's going on. I pulled a muscle, and they tried to fix it, but it has to do with the nerves and your back. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with back pain, but once you messed up your back, however way, um, those back pain doesn't go anywhere. And sometimes you do surgery on top of surgery, and it will still be there. It's like a rare case is where you'll do a surgery on your back and things feel like normal, like it did before, which I don't think it ever does. So after she did the surgery, and she was out for a while, and she came back to work. Like after 6 months, she came back because there's a limit. You only can be out for 6 months. If it's anything more than that, you pretty much don't have a job, kind of situation. It's very strict. So after that, she came back, and we was talking, and she told me that she's still in pain. And I was like, why are you at work? Like, what are you doing? Like, I don't get it. Like, if you're in pain, she said, listen, I didn't have a choice. I still have bills to pay, and I'm not on disability anymore because they wanted me to come in and work. And I said, you're not better. You're still in pain. You shouldn't be working in pain, especially back pain. And not only that, the job that is required is not like a simple job. When you work with patients, especially if you're doing lifting and rolling and pulling and whatever you're doing when it has to do with the patients, um, that's a hard work. That's really hard labor, and it's easy to hurt yourself. So she was like, you know what, I'm gonna try to see if I could be on light duty. Now, her doctor signed a paper saying that she could be on light duty because the fact is she was already hurt at the job, and she went through the whole process, workman's comps, and paid time off, all that stuff. She went through the whole process. So the doctor says, okay, you can go back on the job, just do light duty. Now, her particular job, like I said, if you guys are aware of it, there's no such thing as light duty. Once you're working with patients, you're doing all kinds of stuff. You know what I mean? It's the same thing like a nurse. There's no nurse that really could do light duty. A nurse pretty much do everything. You just have to do whatever your job title requires you to do at that time. So she explained to me that she don't know what to do. She needed a job and she has to work. So I said, okay, well, you know what? Find a different doctor, get a second opinion, and hopefully this doctor will allow you to be off for at least another 6 months so you could heal properly. Because apparently, if you had a job and you're in pain, then you're not healed properly. So she talked to her doctor, and yeah, you're right. Okay, happy to see that you're still here, Slim, and you're listening. Um, so basically, she talked to her doctor, and the doctor said, "I will give you like a couple more weeks off or whatever." And after that, she decided that what, I'm gonna take more than a couple weeks off. And within a month or two, she was driving to work in a snow day because usually snow days, I think it's okay to call out. Uh, for me personally, I recommend it. It depends how far the journey, the community coming from. Calling out is always the best thing to do, no matter what kind of job you do, first responder or not, whatever it is. if it's like a blizzard, a bad snowstorm, I don't recommend anyone driving in the snow to get to the job. If you know the snow is going to be bad, it's best to drive to the job, maybe sleep in your car, or maybe there's somewhere in your office you could sleep, spend the night. So, and you bring like a night bag. I don't know. You guys correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's called like a night bag where you have all of the necessary. I don't know if you should call it utensils or products or whatever. Um, how's your mother? Okay, you guys are talking. So basically, I don't know. I got lost track because I'm paying attention to you guys commenting, chit chatting. Um, so after she was driving in the snow, on her way to work, she had an accident. Now, let me just say, first of all, it wasn't like a blizzard or really bad snow. Sorry about that. I don't know what's going on. So first, she had the back problem. Let me turn this off because I'm not watching it. So first, she had the back problem, and then she was driving. Then she had a car accident on her way to work, in which she, messed up her leg. So she requested more time off because she was already off like I think 3 weeks, and she requested more time off because she said now my leg is hurt. I don't think I can, what I mean, work with the back problems that I had. Now I have leg problems. And she, communicate that information to, the superiors. And, I guess they wasn't happy about it. I don't know the situation. I don't really get into details. That was too touchy for me to ask questions. So I didn't really say anything to her because even after that, I had a conversation with her, but I just didn't ask her about it. I just asked her, "How are you feeling? Are you feeling well? I mean, how you making it? Not working and stuff like that." But I didn't really ask too much about what's going on with the job and work and stuff like that. So the last time, she said that she was on disability, and she said that her job contact her and said, "Listen, it's been 6 months, and they know that you've been on disability, but we need you to come back to work. We need you because we're short staffed." And she was like, "I don't know if I could come back because my leg didn't heal properly, and I'm still having problems with my back." And they said, "Well, if you don't come back, it's already after 6 months. What are you gonna do? If you return, you will have to treat you as a new person." Remind you, this person, she been working at that particular job for like 25 years. So you've been working at a job for 25 years. First, you hurt your back on the job, and then after that, on your way to work, you have an accident and you messed up one of your legs. And because you're taking some time to heal, um they would say, "Listen, we need you to come back, and if you can't come back, you don't really have a job anymore." So I guess she had to make a choice, and the choice was like either she's gonna like stay home and stay on disability, or what I mean, try to find another job, which was, in a way, it's kind of sad because she was just a woman, because all her kids were grown, because you know how it is after a while, all your kids are grown, they're living their life, having their kids and stuff like that, and you live by yourself, because she was married, and I know the history with her, and that's another story with the situation, what she been through with her ex-husband and all that stuff. I don't want to get into that part, but me and her, we cool, we talk about a lot of stuff, and some stuff I try not to get too personal with it. I don't really talk much about it, so the simple fact that she decided that, okay, she wasn't going back to work. She said, "You know what, I'm just gonna stay on disability." So right now, I think she's probably still on disability. I haven't talked to her in a while. I haven't really communicated much with her. I haven't seen her. So I'm hoping that she's doing well. Like I said, the last time we talked, she was like, "You know what, she's okay, and she's healthy. I'm sure she has a little pain in her back, and her legs still hurt a little bit, but for the most part, she's okay and she's healthy, still moving around." And I figured, that's all that matters. So basically, that was just the ending of the story. She's healthy. and she's okay, and she's still moving around. So I don't know if you guys catch all that stuff, but that's pretty much the ending of the story. Took me a couple minutes to finish it, but hopefully you guys got it, because after that I might have to do like a overall of the story. Let me see what Slim says. I'm in the camera that I get plenty. I don't know who is communicating with who, but I don't think there anyone is communicating with me. Okay, Slim said that's slash for her. God bless her. No, I'm going after her. Blair's. You want to get snow? Okay. Oh, what's it? Blair say something? Okay, so Blair was saying there was a lot of stuff going on. I was just focusing on sharing my story, while in the chat, I mean, people are catching up, which that's what you're supposed to do when you're in a chat room, like on a live stream. You chat, and your choice is you either conversate with someone in the chat, or you could conversate with the person who is doing the talking. Well, in my case, I'm sharing a story, and you guys, can chat amongst each other, because if you really ask me a question, most likely I might not be able to answer the question, because I'm so focusing on getting the story out there. And then after I get the story out there, I could read the comments, and I could get more into the story. My two comment that I was about the story. Okay, so I know you guys are listening. I know that, but hopefully everyone gets the story. They understand what the moral of the story was. Um, Basically, it was a sad story, or it was a happy story. That's what I want to know. Like, what you guys think. Even though you guys, I know you guys are usually busy back and forth. There's a lot of stuff going on right now. So my question is, was that a sad story, or was that a happy story? Um, and after that, in a couple minutes, I'm probably gonna start doing the chocolate taste testing, because you guys know I do that. I am glad she's okay after all that. You're right, because as I said, right now she's only like maybe 50, 54. So the fact that she's 54, I know that she's not at the age to retire. She have like a few more years to go before she retires. So the simple fact that what I mean, she hurt her back, and then she hurt her legs, and now she's not working. She's doing a disability thing. So in some facts, yeah, it's kind of sad. What I mean, because for me, I believe that when you're 50, you're pretty much young. You know what I mean? So once she's in her 50s, she's young. You know what I mean? So you still should be working. You still should be a little bit active, moving around. When you retire, then what I mean, you're almost what I mean, I would say a senior citizen. That's what I'm saying. So not really, because you could be retired and you still have time to do all kinds of stuff, and you could still feel young. It's just based on how you feel, how you take care of your body and stuff like that. Somebody says something. Well, there's not many hospitals have a union to help keep the job. It's sad, man, losing your job. Yeah, well, okay, Blair, I understand what you're saying, but the reality is, she tried her best to keep her job, because as I shared with you, um, even with back pain, because I told you I saw her a few times and we conversate. So even with back pain, she was still coming to work. She took painkillers. I think she was on um, some Levaquin, some kind of pain medication. That was prescribed to her. She has a prescription for it. So for the most part, it was not easy. Because she came into work, she was still doing her job, but at the same time, having a car accident while on your way to work, which that happened to a lot of people. On a snow day, it's just like really bad. She said, "Oh, typical last night. It was a good live stream." Um. Oh, so you said you liked it. last night live stream. Well, as I said, we're trying to have different kind of conversation, and the more I do these live stream, the more I'm getting more comfortable with it, the better I'm get at it, because this is more like a journey for me. So I'm thinking about even creating a playlist with just live stream. Um, I don't know, maybe at least 20 or even 30 live streams, and put in a playlist. And some of my real good friends, I will be like, listen, I want you guys to just play it before bed, and just leave it, let it run for like a few hours, maybe 8 hours, depends on how long they are. And that would actually help me out a lot. So doing these live streams, it's probably gonna turn into like a playlist that people could just play and just let it play, and I'll get enough watch hours so I can be on the right track, because at least that's what I'm trying to do. So the fact that you guys show up and showing love and listening to my conversation, listening to my stories, my watching my chocolate taste testing, all that stuff, it's that actually mean a lot to me. So I really appreciate everyone who come through to show love. And as you're aware, I do the same thing. You know what I mean? So for the most part, I don't even expect for you guys to stay as long as you guys stayed. You know what I mean? That's like a treat for me. It's just that I'm going to see you later. Okay, thank you, Queen. I know you're doing your thing, so the fact that you stopped by, showing some love, hitting the thumbs up, I really appreciate that. Listen, I know, I get it. So the fact that you're here for even for a few minutes just to say, hey, how you doing? Listening to the story, that's a big deal. But I already shared the story, so you know, it's fine for anyone who wants to be a little bit busy or she got something to do. It's okay. Um, it said Blair says YW. Yeah, so I'm thinking, since time is going like really, really fast, I'm thinking about trying to get these chocolate taste testing early so I could get it out the way. So I see a few of you guys here. So you guys get to choose which one, because I haven't been chocolate hunting, and I just pretty much want to use what I have first before I even could think about going out buying chocolates every 5 minutes. Let's see what's going on. Let me see what it's saying. Okay, Blair's saying that she was just putting herself in more harm, basically by continuing to still working, especially in the condition that she was in. Um, yeah, the thing is, some people, they really need money, and when you really need money, you make certain sacrifice in order to make that money. You got to think about bills and all that stuff. And she is a woman who basically, she don't have a husband anymore. All her kids are grown, and they're living their life. I'm sure her kids call, sometimes stop by, what I mean, to help her out around the house. But she basically has to be paying her own bills, whether it's the rent or mortgage or car note, food shopping, simple things like cable, what I mean, just stuff to make her comfortable, having a cell phone, all that stuff. So at the end of the day, all those bills adds up. You know what I mean? So working, I understand why she wanted to work. I don't know how disability work. I don't know the system. I don't know how much money she's making, if it was enough for her. And maybe they wanted her to go back to work, kind of situation. Because as I said in the story, the doctor that she was seeing, he told her job that what, she could come back to work. Just try to give her light duty. And as I said, for that particular job, when you are an aide and you help patients and stuff like that, it's quite difficult for you to even um, think about you're gonna do light duty. Like, I don't think there's anything as light duty unless you're maybe taking care of a baby. So if you're taking care of a baby, I get that, you know what I mean? But for the most part, most of them depends on the department that you work in, and there's no such thing as light duty. So when the doctor says that, um, and not only that, if you're not very cool with management and stuff like that, they will not adjust any kind of schedule or put you in the position where you don't have to worry about, doing extra work where, you can put yourself in danger, you know what I mean, by um, mess up your back even more, you know what I mean, and then before you know it, I don't wish anyone ended up in a wheelchair, because, I mean, like, if you hurt yourself and you can't walk anymore, that's like a big deal. Many people don't understand it until it's happened to them. Like, I would challenge anyone to try to, just for one day, just for one day, just, maybe you could get maybe one of those wheelchair that move around, or crutches, or whatever it is, and try to use that all day, and you will see how difficult it is. There's a lot of challenge that goes with those things. So you might not notice now, but your back is very important. The simple fact, Blair, that and Slim and everyone else who is here, the simple fact that you can walk around, the simple fact that you could do the things that you're doing, that's all a blessing. People wake up in the morning being blessed, and they don't even know that they are being blessed. You see, I understand we're living in a negative world. So everything that we see and most of the stuff that we do, there's negativity all around us at any given moment. And for most of us, the only thing that we can control is our action. Okay, most of us. And I said that most of us because I'm sure there's many people out there that cannot control their action. I believe they cannot control their action for several things. For one, I think it has to do with a mental illness. If you have a mental illness, then most likely you will not be able to control your action, meaning the things that you would say, the things that you would do, you have no control over it, because you can't even get the time to just take a deep breath, to just relax and say, okay, you know what, let me just think about this. This is not right. I'm probably going to get in trouble if I do this. Like, you don't get a minute. Like, for me, for instance, guys, have you guys noticed, like, in all my videos, I do a lot of pausing? Yeah, pausing is actually very good. All the wise people and, prophets and all those people, they do a lot of pausing. And pausing is very good because it gives you like a second to think, just to make sure that whatever you're sharing is very important, and it's very good, and it's positive, because that's the goal. The goal is to always say something positive. Like, if you could travel, or you could just spend the whole day being positive to people, you might not know what that can do to you. Like you don't know what kind of opportunities, what kind of door can be opened, just for the simple fact that you're being positive, just for the simple fact that you're being nice to whoever it is. I know this one person, she does this every holidays. I don't know why she does it. I never ask question, but the fact that she does things like this, I notice it. Basically, I notice that she's doing these kind of things, and I don't really see many people doing that, but I know there's some people do it. But what she would do is, every single Christmas, she would, I don't know if she go to the dollar store, I don't know where she goes, but she go and they get these small Christmas cards or whatever it is. Like, I don't know how much she got, but she would just write a little note on it: Merry Christmas, Happy Holiday, whatever it is, sweet. And just she would write on all of them these things, and like, whoever she's gonna give it to, she put their name on it and say, okay, here you go. The person open it, is a card. it doesn't matter if it's expensive or cheap. It's just the thoughts that really matter. The fact that she would be doing this, and she did this for years, and I always noticed the simple fact that she would do this simple gesture. And for me, I noticed it, and I'm like, wow. Most of the people that she even given the card to, I don't think they really appreciate it. I don't really think they appreciate the thought that she put into it. Because it's obviously, if you're gonna go out and get like a stack of Christmas card, and you think of all about all these people, and you write their names in it, and you just say, okay, you know what, have a Merry Christmas, you know what, I love you, be safe, God bless you, whatever it is, just say something nice in general in it, and you just put it together, and you just walk around, you look for the person's name, here you go, look for the person's name, here you go. It's kind of like an invitation, you know what I mean? The invitation, you have like some people who you invite, not everyone is going to get an invitation. It's kind of like that with the card. It's like the people that you're cool with, you want to get them something for Christmas. I would say a card. You know what I mean? As long as you're cool with the person, because sometimes, it's not expensive to get a card. And as I said, those cards that you could get at the dollar store, it's like, I don't know how many come in it, maybe 10, 20, whatever. You pick up a few of those, and if you have 20 friends, okay, you see, Slim, she mailed out 22 cards. So you see, so that means Slim have 22 people that she connected with, like people that you'd be like, you know what, I really like this person, and you know what, I intend on keeping the connection with this person. Hey, thank you, my friend. Appreciate the love. I see Chris is here showing love. Listen, Chris, I'm doing this live stream every single day. I'm here sharing stories. I'm talking to all my people here on the live stream. So I appreciate you tuning in. For everybody, Chris is a gamer. He plays all kind of games. First of all, I like the fact that he's a big fan of Mortal Kombat, because I remember back in the day I used to play Mortal Kombat as well. So the fact that he's a big fan, and I think he got like all of the Mortal Kombat. I think I'm not really sure, but he's a gamer. He's one of my gamer buddy, and he's here to show me love. So I really appreciate the fact that you're here, bro. So anybody who want to connect with Chris, show him some love. You know what I mean? You can show him some love. He's a cool dude. I like what he's doing, and as I say, he's down to earth, and if you show him love, he'll show you love. That's how it works. What goes around comes around. We all show each other love. So as I was saying though, on that positive note, that's just that's what we have to do. We just have to be good with each other. Sup, yeah. Chris said, what's up, y'all? You know what I mean? He's just trying to give you guys a shout out, saying hi, everybody. He's just coming through to show some love. It's I know it's his first time here. He made it. I'm doing this every single night. But so I appreciate you stopping by right now, showing love. You know what I mean? So thank you for the thumbs up, everything that you come through. You show. I really appreciate that so much. So as I was saying about the Christmas card, guys, is that I appreciate a small thank you card, a small gesture of, okay, I'm cool with you. Um, Merry Christmas. Have a new Miss seeing you. Yeah, bro. I haven't seen you for a while, so I appreciate you stopping by, Chris. I know I haven't seen you on my channel for a while. I haven't been to your channel for a while. At first, we had that connection. I was, I'm on your channel, you're on my channel. But, ever since this virus thing that's popping up, you can't even say the name anymore because YouTube want to get you in trouble if you say the name. But I just say virus, you know what I mean? Ever since this virus, okay, over 50, you're still here. Okay, I appreciate you still being here. You're saying hi to, one of my old friends here. He's a gamer. He just plays game on his channel. But I'm happy to see him here, giving me a thumbs up and showing me some love. So as I was saying, over 50 is that sometimes small things really matters. I mean, like a small Christmas card. You just send out a Christmas card to your random friends, and it's Christmas time. Sometimes you got to be extra nice. Even though I don't think that people should only give out cards on Christmas. You know what I mean? Like, you should always support people that you're cool with, whether it's on their birthday, whether it's on Christmas. Listen, even Easter, it doesn't really matter. However you want to look at it, it doesn't necessarily mean that you could only give your friend a card only on special occasion. I think that if it's your friend, you could surprise them with a card for no apparent reason. You just be like, you know what, I have some extra card at home, even if it's a Christmas card and you want to, prank him or a joke or whatever it is. You just put a Christmas card in the envelope and just write something in it. Oh, I'm just kidding with you, I know it's not Christmas. I just want to say I hope you're all right, and I just want to surprise you with something in the mail, just something simple like that. It makes the world for a lot of people. So what I was just saying is that this one, friend that I know, that she was doing this for years. I don't know if she does it anymore, because right now we're in, like, this virus seasoning where, listen, I don't want to take anything from you, okay? Because the thing is, okay, anything that comes in the mail, okay, I don't know how many people touching it. So, I don't like to touch stuff that where a lot of people touching. It's like when I go to the supermarket, I'm like really cautious with, you know, touching stuff, because I know, that's why I see when I see people wearing gloves in the supermarket, I don't get it, because you're still touching everything. I just think that whatever you buy in the supermarket right now, because I'm just saying, like, just with the card, like if it comes in the mail, you don't know how many people touch it. You don't know what they've been touching, especially postman. They got all over the place touching everything. So you just have to use cautious with. You gotta be cautious with everything, basically. So what I'm saying is, for me, when I go to Costco, I don't wear gloves. I usually wipe down the cart with those sanitizer wipe or whatever, and I wipe my hands, and that's about it. So what I do is, when I go to Costco, everything that I bought, what I would do, I would bring it in, and I would wash it with soap and water. That's it. If it's canned stuff, which I don't really do much canned stuff, but if it's canned stuff, I would wash it with soap. If it's like bananas or fruits or whatever, I would wash it with soap, and I just put it and let it dry. And then, I'll probably eat it the next day or whatever it is. But for that day, I would just wash everything that I could wash. Unless it's something that I can't wash, then, I just let it sit for like maybe a few days or whatever before I heat it, you know. Um, and that's pretty much, it. But the point, what I was just saying is that, um, getting cards from people, is a big deal to a lot of people, especially around this time. So for that person to be doing something nice, like, just giving cards to people. Like for me personally, I don't do that. I don't know if because I'm a that's a man thing or that's a macho thing, but I don't know. I don't really give cards to anybody. Like I could do it maybe on a special occasion, like if somebody's birthday, or if I'm giving something, but for me to just go out and buy cards and giving some, that's just not in my personality. But I can do it, like, as I said, if someone be like, oh, you know what, it's my birthday next week and I don't know what I'm doing for my birthday, I would automatically start thinking, okay, you know what, I could do something. But for me to just do it randomly without anyone asking, or it's not anyone's birthday or anything, like, I don't think of that. But when I see people do it, she said, yes, I am a germaphobe. Oh, listen, first of all, listen, right now, especially with everything that's going on, I'm over 50, you got to, you have to, be a germaphobe, because you never know what you're going to pick up. And trust me, these things are happening. Okay, listen. You see, one thing that people don't understand is every single year, hundreds of people, or maybe even thousands of people, die from just a common flu. This is been around. It's just like heart attack. You know how many people die every year from heart attack? You know what I mean? So but the thing is, the news media don't really talk about these things, but these are reality. These are facts. A lot of people are dying from different kind of illness every single year, but you don't really see they put it out there like that. You know what I mean? So But I know some stuff you push, some stuff you don't push. Like at the end of the day, you know, when it comes to do with the germaphobe thing, um, I said, as long as you know over 50, as long as you take care of yourself, that's the key. You know what I mean? And you stay away from people that are not taking care of themselves. Because listen, you see this whole virus thing that makes everybody like going crazy and germaphobe and all that stuff. The truth is, if it wasn't for the media, hyping it up like that, trust me, people wouldn't be running around going crazy buying up all the toilet paper and all that stuff. But when the news is just like when a storm, whenever a storm coming, the news would kill you. Oh yeah, there's a big storm. It's gonna be a blizzard, and make sure you stock up. And then next thing you know it, it's not even that much. No, so you went, so you went to the supermarket, you buy all these things, stock up your garage and everywhere with just toilet paper, and then you turn around, you didn't even really need that much because it wasn't even a big deal. Because now, let me tell you something. You see all those people that buy up all those toilet papers? I guarantee you that toilet paper is probably just sitting there. Because right now you go to any supermarket, you go to, a matter of fact, even the Dollar Tree. People have been telling me they go to the Dollar Tree, they got a lot of toilet paper. Imagine, so, but before you couldn't find one toilet paper. Now, so all those people that buy, listen, I even seen a YouTube video where people was fighting over toilet paper. Can you believe this mess? So and yes, the media does that. This is just the reality of me. That's why for me, you see, I believe that, listen, the most important thing on a being, which is we are, all of us as people, we are a being, is our consciousness and our way our brain works. That's what makes us a being. The problem is we're living in a world where more than half of the population, their brain doesn't work properly. And because your brain doesn't work properly, you find out that you have a lot of issues. And that's why people kill, steal, and do all the other stuff that they do. Because if they were thinking clearly, no one would be doing killing and stealing and all that crazy stuff that goes with it. You know what I mean? And not only that, fighting for paper. Really, like that's what we're doing now, just fighting for papers. Like, and the crazy thing is that toilet paper is nothing. Okay, and I promise you this: other places around the world, whatever, watching, seeing what's happening here, and I'm guarantee you they're cracking up. Like, look what they're doing. But we can't see that because we're here. But I promise you, if you was in another country and you see all this stuff, people fighting for toilet paper, like really fighting in supermarket and stuff, you'll be cracking up too. Like, what the hell's why are they fighting for toilet papers and wipes and all that stuff? Listen, if you was at peace, I guarantee you at peace, you ain't gonna fight for no toilet paper. I'm just being real right now. If you are at true peace, you know what I mean? You're not gonna fight. You know what I mean? For that kind of stuff. As a matter of fact, I saw this other video. This lady, she have tons, like a whole truck with toilet paper. And this person only want one. And said, listen, I'll give you extra money just for one because I need it for my family. And they wouldn't give it to him. And I'm thinking, to me personally, maybe he's going to use it for business. You know what I mean? And they were doing the same thing on Amazon. Okay, listen. This is another story. But this one is a quick story I'm going to add to it. Because that's, I guess this all connected with what Over 50 said about, being a germaphobe and being clean and stuff like that. So I have a friend, and basically what she did every single day when, she doesn't work anymore. She retired, by the way. She retired early because she was only 63. And I think you have to be 66, I think, to retire. Over 50, can you correct me if I'm wrong? Because I don't remember my friend's age. I know that she's 53. I know 63. I know she's 63. So I know she probably retired a bit early. But she was also a germaphobe. And she are more into the like the gypsy world and stuff like that, natural stuff. And she always says that it will be a day, when people start fighting over simple stuff like toilet paper. And the same thing that she says back then, that's what I was seeing, which was so ironic. But this is just the reality. So at the end of the day, man, I just like to go all over the place, share different kind of stuff, talk about different stuff. I was just talking about basically what over 50 said about being a germaphobe, and everything kind of connected as one. She said 66 full retirement, 62 early. Okay, yeah, she's 63. So basically, she probably get half. Okay, I get that. So maybe that's why she retired early. But you know what? To give you a piece of her story, okay, I'm gonna give you a piece of her story. I don't usually do this, guys. Today you get an extra treat, okay? But since I'm over 50, kind of get me talking about the germaphobe, and it reminds me of one of my friends. She doesn't work anymore. She retired, so I could talk a bit about her. Me and her is still cool to this day. Matter of fact, she because I don't really be on Instagram that much, but I check it to see if I have messages. I don't really do much uploading. So this friend, um, she usually always, I would say, for the most part, a super germaphobe, and she always, share different kind of stuff with me. Now, okay, let me just get into it. So she's been working at this particular job for maybe 32 years or something like that, or more than, I think more than, maybe 35. I don't. Basically, she's been working at the job for a long time. 32, 35 years, whatever. So she's been there for a while. She worked at other job before and all that stuff. So, so basically, when this whole virus thing started, right? She was still working before this thing started. So when this whole thing started, her husband wasn't feeling well, and she was saying, "Listen, you know what? I need to take a couple of days off. I got to help out my husband, especially with this thing that's over there in this other country. I don't even want to call that country's name because you can't even say the name of the country where this thing originated from." So she was already talking about taking care of her husband before this thing got here. But I think this thing was already here, but it was just not in the news media at that time. So when everybody was like, "Oh, it's not coming, it's not coming," I was already telling my friends, "Dude, it's already here. What are you talking about, bro?" You know what I mean? Because I used to go to New York City, and I used to go to there's a place in New Jersey, a small town, where a lot of people from that country kind of west kind of live in that particular place, and they do a lot of trades and travel back and forth. Basically, that's their town, and they have their town. So we already know that people was been traveling back and forth. So if something is over there and these people traveling back and forth, because remember the flight didn't stop. So when I was telling my friend, be like, "Listen, don't you see those flights are still coming in, people still going." So eventually it's gonna be here, or it's already here, which it was already here in New Jersey. It took New Jersey a while to shut down, you know what I mean? But when they shut down, it's already too late, because they waited. I don't know. This, I'm telling you, leaders, it's well, it's just politics. I don't really want to talk about it. But anyway, I was talking about my friend before I'm jumping to politics. So I don't talk about politics, by the way. So my friend, she her husband wasn't feeling well, and she was like, "Listen, you know what? I don't think I'm gonna be able to work for very long, especially with this virus thing that's coming. I just want to make sure he's okay, because I think he has underlying condition or whatever. She just wanted to keep him safe, because I guess she didn't have that much issue. She did have some problems, you know what I mean? That C word that people don't talk about. Yeah, she had that C word thing, and, she beat it. She's a survivor. So her husband have also some issue. Oh, okay, my friend is here. Thank you for the thumbs up. Let me see. It's up close and personal. Appreciate you showing up. I'm getting into this second half story for over 50. Um, you know, so over 50, basically, she explained to me that she is probably gonna take some days off to help her husband out. Turns out that she was worried. The last time I we had the conversation, she was like, "Listen, I don't think I want to come back to work." Um, because at that particular time, um, she took off like maybe a month, and within a month, I mean, it's already in New Jersey, and she was like, "You know what? I'm just gonna stay and take care of my husband. I have a lot of PTO. I'm just gonna use my time." So that's what she did. She used the time to take care of her husband, try to keep her husband safe. So she was off for a while, and then the job said, "Listen, you have to come back. If you don't come back, within like 6 months and stuff, you don't have a job." And she was like, "You know what? I'm not coming back because especially at that particular time when they wanted her to come back, this thing was everywhere. And when I say it was everywhere, yes, it was everywhere. And for me, I didn't really worry about it too much for the most part. I'm always self-conscious, and I always try to stay a step of everything that's happening. I protect myself to the best of my ability. And if someone cough or sneeze or anything like that, I'm already aware of the situation, and I try to get myself away from the situation real quick too. So, and I'm always looking around. I observe my surrounding and all that stuff. I just try to be cautious, and maybe that's why so far I'm doing pretty cool so far. So yeah, she explained to me, she was like, "Listen, you know what, I'm not coming back for the simple fact that if I were to come back, I'm gonna leave my husband unattended, and I don't want to do that. And not only that, her husband's job were closed at that particular time, and she had extra money, what I mean, so she didn't really need to work." Okay, I noticed that Shorty is here. Thank you for the support, Shorty. Appreciate the love like always. You tuning in. I'm pretty much at the end of the story. With I finished the first story, but my friend here over 50. We were just talking about like hygiene and being a germaphobe and all that stuff. So I decided to talk more about one of my friend that who is retired right now. Um, that she just took some time off to take care of her husband, and basically she took longer than expected. The job wanted her to come back to work, and she was like, "You know what, I'm not coming back." And she was like 63, and she was like, "You know what, that's it, I don't have to work anymore, and whatever they're gonna give her, she's gonna take it and she's gonna keep it." So right now what she's doing, not too long ago she messaged me on Instagram, and she says that she's been doing a lot of traveling. And I said, "Why are you doing traveling right now?" She said that she has a mobile home. I think it's called a mobile home or mobile something, whatever. And I think she drives from place to place. I didn't even know you can do that, especially in like a pandemic kind of situation. But apparently, she's going from place to place. I don't know if she's going from place to place within the state that she lives because she doesn't live in New Jersey. But the fact that let me see, somebody said something. Yes. Oh, okay. Somebody says call a mobile home. You see, I didn't even know that. Thank you for the info, Slim. Appreciate that because I don't really know what's going on. But yeah, the simple fact that she did what she did was really cool. So back to what I was saying before I decided to share that real story for over 50. I was saying that around this time it makes sense to just share something simple with loved ones and friends, like a postcard. And I'm sure your friends, they would really appreciate that postcard. You know what I mean? She said, "Take the retirement," and that's what she did. Over 50, she took the retirement. I know she didn't hit the age to get full amount, but I guess she didn't really need it. Her and her husband can retired and expect, because right now, listen, if you're at like 53 or older, you know what I mean, you shouldn't be worrying about work anyway, especially in this time when you don't know what's happening, because pretty much no one knows what's happening. Apparently the only people who say they know what's happening is the news people. They're the ones who are saying they know, and nobody knows what they know. It's just all confusion, you know what I mean? And every news people have their own thing going on. Every news have their own what do you call it, director. Because I didn't even know that the news needed director, but apparently they need director. They needed somebody who need to tell them, okay, what to put on, what not to put on, what to be censored, what not to be censored. So they need a director. So anything that has a director is not really live, or is not really 100% truthful or facts. It's just the reality of the fact of how you want to put it. You know what I mean? It's like once you have somebody in the middle that's saying, okay, well, this is what happened, but this is how we're gonna report it, then they already mess up right there. You know what I mean? So once I cannot share, like right now, the story that I'm sharing with you, I cannot share it 100% for the simple fact that I have to protect the people. I don't want to say their name. I don't want to say would anything that would give away this particular person. So I have to share it like in a story where it could be anyone. Anyone can be like, okay, well, that happened to me also, but it doesn't necessarily mean that, okay, I'm talking about you, because most of us as people intend to go through the same situation, like women who've been abused. Hundreds, thousands of women been abused the same exact way. Being you met this cunning guy. He's like slick with his tongue. He's used the right words. Everything is just perfect. Next thing you know it, you know, he's taking all your money and he's running with it. You know what I mean? So all kinds of crazy stuff could happen. So the bottom line is, I was just saying, since it's the season for Christmas, and this is so true. Okay, let's close up and personal. I know you missed the story earlier that I was sharing what happened to a friend, but since I've been here for a while, I did my time. So soon I'm gonna say good night to everyone and say thank you guys for tuning in. But however, before I tune out, I should say, I do chocolate taste testing, and I have 3 chocolate here, in which every day I choose just one chocolate and I taste test it. So I'm gonna give you a close up of what these chocolate look like. Um, I think yesterday Blair asked me to try the dark chocolate. It was like this one, but it was like a dark chocolate. I don't know if you guys could see it clearly. It's almonds. So, however, and I have these two. I don't know if I could turn it sideways. Hold up. I'm trying to figure this out. Hold up, guys. I'm trying to see. Oh, okay. For some reason, for some for some reason, guys, just now I'm actually figuring out that whenever I'm sharing something with you guys, for me, for you guys to see it, I have to share it upside down like this. Well, not really. So that one is the dark chocolate. I know you guys can't see it clear because the ring light and everything just confused everything. But however, I'm just going to share with you guys what I have. I have here dark chocolate, and this one with mint chips, with a mint chip in it. So most likely this one tastes like mint. And I have here dark chocolate with raspberry, and I guess that's where the red thing comes in. And here, which is the organic one. Yesterday I have the I think I have the dark chocolate yesterday, organic. This was it. I haven't really figured out this ring light thing. But anyway, the ring light just is just crazy. So I don't know which one to try. Right? There's Let's get ready. So I think I might go with the organic one, guys. Oh, okay. Slim says to try the raspberry. Okay. The last time Blair was the one who chose the dark chocolate organic, and I must say that one was really good. It wasn't too expensive, but what I've been doing lately is just go around and just random places and just hunt for chocolate. And I try to get the most expensive one because I know, listen, if it's cheap chocolate, I'm thinking it's not very good. But if it's expensive, it might be good. So far, these chocolate is kind of good, you know. So let's open it and see what's going on. Okay, so you guys can see what's going on. Okay, this ring light is it makes things so difficult, but it looks pretty good though. So, but it looks pretty good. I was trying to figure out the ring light and the chocolate. And listen, guys, this is kind of like a thing for me. So here we go. We're gonna try this chocolate requested by Slim to see what's going on. So here goes. This is the first one. As you can see inside of it, so guys, what you're seeing right now is the berry. It's hard to focus, but yeah, it actually has the raspberry inside of it. I actually never tried anything like this before. Believe it or not, it tastes like raspberry, which is pretty good because for some chocolate, you only would taste a lot of chocolate and not the raspberry. But with this, you could definitely taste the raspberry, and it's like really good. But for me, you know, I have a problem. I cannot eat too late, and really, that's a choice. You know, that's just like a vegan thing in me. Like I don't want to eat after 7. However, for everyone who tune in, I just do the taste testing just for you guys. You know, this is like a special thing, like a bonding thing that we bond on. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, we say I always think of a way to bond with you guys. And I think, you know what, chocolate is always a good way to bond, wouldn't you say? So that's what I decided to do. So that's why whenever I'm doing my live stream, I have all these different kinds of chocolate, and I just do some chocolate taste testing. I have my water because after that, I do need some water. But I know up close and personal. I know you're a big fan of food in general. I don't know if you guys know up close and personal, but she's all about food, and that's what she do, guys. So if you guys don't know her, get to know her, especially if you like food. You know what I mean? Because that's what she does. She's a food lady. You know what I mean? Anything about food, she's always sharing some really good stuff. She pretty much do everything. So whenever I go to her house and visit her channel, I'm always seeing something just yummy, delicious. However, even though, you know what I mean, I'm doing my vegan thing, still I love watching her make all these yummy things. Like it helps me out just to see these things that up close and personal make. So guys, so if you're not connected with her and you like food, I think, you know, she's a good person that you might want to connect with, and just watch her food stuff, you know, guys. So show her some love because she's really cool, she's really supportive. um so up close and personal, Blair and Slim, you know, they pretty much, you know, take over the game. They you know, they're very supportive. You know, if you're friends with them, you don't have to worry about anything. You know, they will always, you know, show you love. They have a lot of friends, and once they're cool with you, you don't ever have to worry about, you know, I mean, anything. As I said, you know, you need loyal people. You need people that are kind. You need people that are positive, especially like, listen, if you guys didn't notice this, but my channel is all about positivity. I choose to be positive on my channel and be very respectful to everyone. I try to stay away from drama. If you notice my stories, for a lot of people, my stories might not be like a hit. My stories might not be like crazy funny. My story might not be like with a lot of drama, a lot of action. But my stories is based on, you know, some kind of lesson, and it based on actual event, things that happened, people who got hurt, or, you know, people that were treated unfairly, or whatever the story might be. So I'm hoping that when I share these stories, it's like a learning lesson. Like somebody could pick up something from it and be like, wow, you know, he had a friend and that friend been through this, or a friend been through that. Because I have friends that been through so much, and the bottom line is, if I have friends who've been through something messy, I think that should save me from doing something to end up in the same position as that friend. So I have friends who learn lessons so I don't have to learn that lesson. I know some people, they be like, well, you know, sometimes I want to learn lesson on my own and all that stuff, but I'm just saying, guys, listen, I could go on and on spitting knowledge, but that's not why I'm here to spit knowledge. You know, I'm just here to just have like a normal conversation. You know what I mean? Just meet you guys in the middle. You know, that's what I'm about. That's what I continue to do. You know, so for the most part, yeah, you know, it's just, it pays to be positive. I met Blair a long time ago on one of Marvelous Live. Listen, oh, you met Blair. Listen, first of all, Blair been supporting my channel from day one. Okay, listen, Blair used to have a channel, and she used to upload stuff, and she used to do stuff, and she used to watch my stuff. I used to be over there watching her stuff. But after a while, you know, it's not easy. YouTube is not easy. Actually, it's easier to support people that you're cool with here on YouTube. Like, I'm talking about like real friends. Like Slim and I are real friends. You know, Blair and I are real friends. You know what I mean? We support each other to that next level. You know what I mean? So, and after a while, I find myself having more and more friends, and that's why when I should be doing like a giveaway this week or whatever, but I've been doing so much running around, I haven't really got the time to kind of like put stuff together, and I'm preparing like a lot of stuff. You know what I mean, for like family members and friends and all that stuff. So I should do a giveaway. I want to do a giveaway. Um, because I wanted to do like a giveaway like every week or every 2 weeks. You know, I don't really know what to give, but gift cards is always good. So I can always get like a few gift cards and just, you know, send them to everyone. You know what I mean, and they can have something. You know, but I don't really have a particular time to do these things. I like to do things randomly. Just the Marvin, your story gives me pause and things. Yeah, as I said, you know what? My stories is people. They're going through a lot. So regardless, Blair, I know Blair, you've been through a lot, and you're probably still going through a lot. But can you imagine what other people are going through? Like the stories that I share, you know, like I remember Slim. She brought up the fact that I have a friend that, you know, she was living here in New Jersey, and she met a guy. You know, this guy, he lived in Florida, like out of the country, different states, you should say. and he was his visit here in New Jersey. He met my friend, and you know, I mean, they hook up or whatever it is, and next thing you know it, you know, she got pregnant, and he went back to Florida because, of course, that's where he lived. He was just only in New Jersey on vacation. Slim, I don't know if you remember that story, and I'm sure anyone who listens to that story, they'll be like, "Damn, that's what really happened." Yeah, Slim actually liked that story so much that Slim asked me, so whatever happened to that girl? And I had to explain to Slim that, you know, she was going through a lot of drama with that guy, and now she's staying with a friend. And I don't ask questions. The thing is, when people are going through problems, sometimes it's good not to ask questions. You let those people say what's on their mind. You don't ask, oh, what you doing, who you doing it with. No, you don't do that kind of stuff. That's just not nice because they're already going through drama. You don't add to the drama. You know what I mean? If you are a friend, all you do is stay quiet and just be there for that friend. You know what I mean? That's just normal stuff, you know? So, and then also Blair, you see, that's what I'm saying. That so some of my stories, people get connected to these stories because Blair asked me about the nurse. I don't know if you guys were here when I was talking about that nurse that I helped out. You know, I just did something random, and Blair asked about it, and then I had to share with Blair, okay, what was the result? You know that actually seeing the nurse after that when I was getting um, my virus test, because that's what I can't say the name, but yeah, or I could say, maybe I could say 19. I think I could say 19, virus 19. So yeah, when I was doing my virus 19, um, that's when I saw the lady, and we was talking for a bit, and I kind of shared the the receipt with her because it was on my phone. Like, I went through that whole story. So you guys was here, and that story was pretty much for Blair. You know what I mean? Because she the one who brought it up. Like, whatever happened to that nurse? So the fact that she remembered the story and she remembered what happened to me. Because remember, everyone who is here right now, all of my stories are actually facts from people that I came into contact with, or something that someone shared with me. I don't say the name or anything like that. I just feel like, okay, since I'm the one who's experiencing these stories, it might be something that I could share on my channel with all my friends here, because I know no one here who's watching will judge me or judge any of my friends in their story. Not only that, if my friends are doing something crazy, I'm not going to share it because I don't want that kind of negative energy on my channel. If it's just something regular stuff, yeah, I could share it, no problem. I actually had, like, today, I was taking notes of a few things that happened, but I just wanted to just share this one thing. I didn't want to share too much stuff. I just basically share the situation with the friend who got hurt on the job, and she hurt her back. She took off some time. She did a surgery. Oh, by the way, guys, this is the overall, because I have to do like an overall before I say good night to you guys. So for anyone who just tuned in, they'll have an idea what this whole story and what this whole thing was about. This is the Marvin, you are people. Exactly. You see? Yeah, Blair, you're absolutely right. Okay? So true. There's a lot of people right now going through some stuff. Believe it or not. You know what I mean? So when people are not grateful for what they have, man, that's not cool, man. You just gotta be grateful for the little you have. It might not be much, but you just gotta be grateful, because if you only know what other people are going through, you're gonna be like, really? Is that what's happening? So, like, for me, I don't have a lot, but I'm content with what I have. You know what I mean? And I always strive to get more, to do better. You know what I mean? But am I gonna steal or kill or do anything wrong to get more? No. I rather do the right thing. I rather put in the work to get what I want. And that's my mentality, and that's what I intend on doing. You know what I mean? So for the most part, I'm gonna stay away from negativity, and I'm just gonna be content with what I have. and strive to do better, to get better, to become better. So that's just the idea. The idea is that you could be happy where you are, but you have to make sure that whenever you want to move along and do something better, you know what I mean, it's not gonna, hinder you or cause any problems. Yeah, you gotta always reach big, but I'm just saying that you could reach big, you know what I mean, but sometimes if you're comfortable, you're comfortable. There's nothing wrong with a little comfort. Everybody like comfort zone, so there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm just saying, like, if you want to strive for bigger things, I think that's okay as well. It goes both ways. But anyway, it's that time for me to do the overall of the story, what I shared, and go back to the chocolate thing. So for anyone who just tuning in right now for a little bit, you probably wondering, like, what kind of story did I share today? Slim showed up early, Blair showed up, everybody showed up early. Over 50 show up. Few people show up. I can't even remember all the people that show up. Few people show up. Some people like on and off and all that stuff. So basically, overall, today's story was about a friend, as I said, that been working at the job for like over 30 years. I would say like 35 years. One day, she was rolling a patient, and she rolling the patient. She twisted her back or whatever a certain way. She had to do a surgery. She did a surgery. She was out of work for a while. Um, you know, she did a surgery and she came back to work. We talked for a while. She explained to me she was still in pain, and I was like, "What are you doing here? If you're in pain, you shouldn't be at the job." I don't care who you are. You do not show up to work being sick, or you don't show up to work being in pain. I don't care what kind of job it is. I don't care how much money you're making from that job. You know what I mean? You don't show up to work. Listen, I'm not sure. Listen, you know what? Fire me. You know what? I'll go on unemployment, or I'll just look another job, or go on disability, whatever it is. But if you're in pain or you're sick, no. Go to the doctor, or go to the pharmacy, get some medicine for the pain or whatever it is, but don't show up to work. So anyway, she showed up to work. She explained to me she didn't have a choice. She was felt like she was pushed to come back to work. She wasn't properly ill because she did the surgery on your back, and you guys already know how it is. Back pain is the worst pain possible. Like, listen, I know there's a lot of pain. Like, many people can't handle pain. Many people don't even want to think that there's such thing that is like pain. Like I'm talking about like a headache or a toothache or something like that. People don't want to think about these pains. They just completely ignore it. But let me say something, guys. Back pain is on another level. For me, I'm being blessed with not really experiencing a lot of things. Listen, I've been protected to a next level. You know what I mean? So I don't need to get into how much I'm being protected. So, but I'm just grateful that I'm being protected. So a lot of people, they go through these pains, and trust me, when I was younger, I had an accident where I have like a huge scar, and that was very painful. And to this day I'm grown, but I'm still traumatized by how much pain that was. How I was crying, and I couldn't walk because it happened to one of my legs, and yeah, that was real painful, and I'm still traumatized. So people who go through back pain, people who have toothaches or headache, major migraine, whatever it is, you guys are traumatized by these kind of pain. So yeah, so what I'm just saying is that the fact that she basically came into work being in pain, I mean, I felt sorry for her, and I'm cool with her. Listen, even if I'm not friends with somebody, I mean, I just have a good heart where I'm gonna say, listen, you know what? I believe in doing the right thing. I know for some people doing the right thing is very difficult. Even for me, sometimes doing the right thing is difficult. It's just like speaking up. When you see somebody is doing something wrong, sometimes you don't want to get involved. But getting involved is the right thing to do. It doesn't matter what it is. If you see somebody getting hurt, or somebody being abused, or somebody being bullied, that's normal. As a human being, you are supposed to get involved. You don't see somebody's abusing a kid and not saying, yo, that's a kid. What are you doing? You can't do that. You know what I mean? You don't see somebody bullying or, beating his wife in the streets and not saying, "Yo, that's not cool." Yeah, you have to speak up. If you have a good heart and you are a good person, you gotta say something. You know what I mean? That's just the fact. So when she expressed to me that she was feeling pain, I had to say something. I'd be like, "Yo, what are you doing here? Like, what's happening? You in pain right now, crying in the room, whatever, and they won't send you." And the crazy thing is, even so, she was in pain. Even though she explained to the people that were in charge and all that stuff, they wouldn't send her home. She actually had to do her full job, like the full shift. That is so wild. And you know what? Listen, that brings me back. You know, this is really, kind of emotional. So let me bring it down. Like, okay, I have a friend, and you know, God rest his soul. Like, one of my, I know him for many years since I first started working at the job. Because you guys already know, almost 20 years large. You know what I mean, in this one spot. Um, and this guy, he been here longer than I am. Um, and this guy, you know, man, I don't even know how to start the story with this guy. Uh, okay, I'm just jumping it because I'm not even gonna get in the story with him, because if I do, I kind of get emotional, because he was like really good. Like when I first started the job, like he had my back. Like he was the first American guy that I met that was like, he opened up the door for all the other American guys that I'm cool with, pretty much. Like, um, and he passes away now, and you know what I mean, it's to this day it's still like big on me, pretty much. But anyway, I'm not here to talk about him, because I get back into that, mindset, which I don't want. I just here to say that, just like how for her they wouldn't send her home, for the simple fact that she was in pain and she had to complete her full shift before she could leave to go home, which was pretty sad. If so, this guy, which was my friend too at this job, um, I remember when his mom passed away, and at the time, they wouldn't let him leave. You see, guys, I don't even want to get into it, because he's like, we so tight. You know what I mean? Like, and when you're someone who was so close and they pass away, it does hurt a little bit. So you don't even want to talk about it much. But yeah, he basically, explained to me. He came to me and he was like, and he was crying, and he was like, "Yo, my mom passed, and this guy is telling me that I can't leave. That I gotta stay and finish my shift because there's nobody here to cover." And you know what I said? I said, "Listen, you know what? I don't even swear. Like, I'm the type of guy, like, I ain't no like pressy guy, or perfect or whatever it is, because I get down too. I told you, like, if you guys watch my content, I used to do some wild stuff. Like back then, I was wild, wild. What you see now is all the years of doing all the wild stuff and me being retired, and now this is what retirement look like, guys. So I'm just letting you know. So basically, I said to him, I said, yo, bro, what are you doing? Like, you can't be here right now. Your mom just passed away. You gotta go. He was like, yeah, but he told. I said, listen, man. First of all, don't worry about him. You gotta go. All you need to do is tell him. You go to him. It doesn't matter if it's a manager, supervisor, whoever it is. I said, listen, man, I'm sorry, but I can't stay. My mom just passed, and I gotta go. So you have to find somebody to cover me, and you go. Okay, if they want to say you walk off the job or whatever it is, you get your lawyer. Okay, because right there you're in an emotional state, and your lawyer could fight it. You have a good case right there, so don't even worry about it. Yeah, I explained to him, and he took my advice, and he left. And since that day, he never forget the fact that I was the one. Maybe I wasn't the only one, because I also had another friend at the time too. He's pretty cool too. He really helped me out a lot too, and he don't work at the job anymore. But his story is wild too. So I have a lot of stories, a lot of experience. Like my experience is based on young folks and elderly folks, because I have friends right now that's 80, 86. I just talked to him last week. I used to go to his house We used to chill. Back then I used to drink. I don't drink anymore, guys. So don't come at me, okay? Don't see me. Yeah. So back then we used to drink. I used to go to his house. We drink, we eat, whatever. He's been retired. You know what I mean? Like way back. But we still cool to this day. You know what I mean? So I have a lot of elderly friends that I'm cool with, and I have a few, young guys, because young guys, they keep you young, and old school guys, they keep you on your toes. So you need the both, sides. Like, so if you only like a old school person, and you only deal with old school person, then you know what? That's gonna make your mentality more like an old school person. You need to be able to be in the middle, balance it out. You need to have different kind of friends, and you need to be cool with these young folks to learn what they're going through, and maybe you could share some knowledge on them, and maybe they could teach you about some new technology stuff that you don't know about. You know what I mean? So anyway, guys, you know me. When I talk. You know what I mean? I'll be here just saying stuff. You know what I mean? I get down when it has to do with just, what I mean, spitting some stuff. But I don't want to keep going, guys. You guys know I can. I got so much stuff to say. I just don't have enough time. You know what I mean? I'm more of the type of guy who I like to debate. I like to just speak on reality, and I just want to be positive. I just want to share love. I just want to be able to connect with like-minded people. You know what I mean? If you have all that drama, you might want to take it somewhere else. Just don't bring it over here. Um, and there's a reason, as I said in most of my videos, there's a reason why I'm doing this isolation thing. I could be around family right now and put in family in jeopardy, whatever it is. Even though right now I haven't got back that test that I did for the virus 19, you could call it. But when I get the test, maybe I could be around family. But even though I'm around family, I can't really do the vlogging thing. I can't really, because they don't. None of my family like to be on camera. I'm talking about my sisters, my mom. I don't know about my dad. I never really tried it, but my mom, she's not into that. My brother's not into that. I have a lot of my friends. They're not really into that stuff. Even my kids, they be like, no, don't play me like that, dad. So, everybody's big. They're doing their thing, so I can't really put anyone on camera like that, because they don't like it. But for some reason, I like being on camera and doing all this wild thing. And this is new to me. I never used to do it before, but I just like to talk, and you guys learn more about me the more I talk. So hopefully you guys like it. I just want to say have a good night, and thank you guys for tuning in like always. I don't know if this live stream is good like last night, but last night was kind of heated, that conversation was kind of hot. Um, yeah, we was really chatting last night. I don't know if you guys were here, everyone was here, but yeah, last night chat room was it was a cool conversation. A lot of people liked it. Slim, I don't know if you liked the conversation we had last night, but yeah, that was pretty good. I don't know if it's as good as tonight. Every night I'm trying to. Yeah, you missed it. I'm saying like up close and personal. My stories is only getting better, and I try my best not to share certain stories because I'm gonna get emotional, and I don't cry. Okay, the only time I cry, because I'm one of those macho grande, like I used to be like macho, you know what I mean? So see me now doing this, my homies, they look at me like, yo dog, really? Like what's going on? Are you alright? All of my friends, they're gonna look at me like, are you alright? Because this is not me. This is out of my zone. Like people who know me, they know that, listen, this is not my style. So they'll be like, what the hell's happened to you, bro? This is not you. But you know what? Sometimes you gotta change while you're growing. That's what it is. You grow and you change. You don't keep doing the same stuff you used to do when you was younger. So anyway, guys, I don't want to keep going. I just want to say thank you guys for tuning in. And if you missed any of my live stream, you just go back and just put it on the playlist. Just play it while you're in the kitchen, cooking or whatever it is. Just listen to it, because this is what I'm doing. I do my live stream so you can listen to it. You don't have to really watch me because I'm not really doing much. Of course, I'm moving around or whatever, but it's just to listen to what I'm saying. That's the thing, so up close and personal. Like, so if you really want to know what happened with my last live, Slim would tell you it was really good. Yeah, you could just go back, check it out, You know what I mean? Comment, let me know like what you think about it. If you have the time, if you don't have the time, just come back. Tomorrow I might not do a live stream. I might do a travel vlog. You know, I don't know yet. Depends on the weather. If the weather is good, I'm into nature. I don't want to go anywhere where there's a lot of people. So I'm just gonna go to a park and look for some kind of waterfalls or whatever it is. Just somewhere where I could be out in nature and I don't have to worry about wearing a face mask and I can't deal with the face mask anymore. All day at the job, I wear a face mask, man. I'm burned out with it. Okay, every single day. So on the weekend, I'm not wearing any face masks, man. So that's why I don't go anywhere where I have to wear a face mask. It's just like me being home wearing a face mask. I'm not gonna do it. Sorry, no, no way, no way. Anyway, guys, just have a good night. Thank you for tuning in. Like always, I really appreciate the love. I've been here now for a while. You guys just showing me love like always, and you guys really like my conversation. You like my stories. You like my chocolate taste testing. You pretty much like everything. You know what I mean? So you know what? So if any Jamaicans here, shout out to all the Jamaicans who might be watching, but might not commenting because a lot of people that's what they do. They say, "Oh yeah, I was watching your stuff. I just didn't say anything." So just want to give shout out to people in the background who don't really comment. They just watch and listen and stuff like that. So I just want to say, guys, have a good night. Even though it's a weekend, I should stay on a little bit longer. I should maybe just drink some juice or whatever if I have juice or some smoothie, whatever. But nah, I think I just want to show other people some love for a little while before because I don't work tomorrow, so I might not go to sleep early. You know what I mean? So I might be up for a little while, so I'm just want to spend like maybe a few minutes like sharing some love with some other people. So I just want to say for everyone who's here right now, thank you guys so much for always supporting and showing love, and that really means a lot to me because as a small YouTuber, the love that you guys show me, listen, man, you don't know what that does to me. You know what I mean? That makes me feel really hype. Like, wow, I can't believe these these guys are really feeling what I'm saying. You know what I mean? They're really feeling me, my personality, who I am. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's actually a big deal. You know what I mean? And you guys are learning more and more about me the longer you watch. You know what I mean? Like guys who, if we communicate like off YouTube and whatever it is, you already know we on a different level. You know what I mean? As long as we, communicate on a different level, otherwise from the YouTube thing, then, we already, on another level. So that connection is already, different. So you can't really just, this one don't really count as much. So I just want to say, thank you guys, man. Like, you don't know what it does to me to know that you guys really what I mean, like cool with me. Like you guys are really be like, yeah, he's a cool dude. You know what I mean? We rap with him. He's cool. So the only thing I'm saying is that I know my channel is gonna grow and it's gonna get a little bit bigger because right now I have some plans. I'm gonna change some stuff around, and when I change some stuff around, you're gonna notice that it's gonna be a heavy crowd, and you know I just don't I just I'm not gonna forget like the main characters that's showing me the love right now because this is what makes me, you know what I mean? Not what's about to happen. Like the future can happen, it's gonna happen regardless. But right now, what I'm doing right now, the people that I'm with right now, the people that are spending time with me right now, like the small community that I have right now, these are the ones that I'm gonna like, okay, you guys gonna be locked. Like, okay, I know you guys. You know what I mean? So no matter what, you guys is gonna always be, somewhere where I will never forget you guys, basically, because I remember this small team. I always call it a community, and the fact that you guys been doing this and been supporting me for this long, that just take me to the next level. But as I said, you watch, you're gonna see me grow, and you guys are gonna remember these days when it was just like us just doing it. You know what I mean? You're gonna remember. Like I already know everything. I'm telling you, and you guys gonna remember. Yeah, I remember you say it was gonna be bigger than what it is right now. I already know. So I'm just letting you guys know that listen, it's about to happen. I just need some time to get some stuff together because I have to prepare for what's about to happen, all the changes that's gonna happen on the channel, all that stuff. Yeah, much love, Marvelous. Oh yeah, oh yeah, up close and personal. Listen, I got you. Don't worry about it. Slim, Blair, all you guys, that show up. I got you guys because you guys are so supportive. So I just want to say, guys, thank you. I don't know. I've been here for a while, guys. It's way, way, way past my time. Usually I'm here like an hour, but I keep going because actually it's fun for me. I'm having fun, so I just keep talking. Because that's fun. That's what you do when you're having fun. You just keep going. But anyway, I just want to say good night because how many times have I said good night already? And then I keep getting into it. But just have a good night and thank you guys for tuning in. Um, yeah, I don't want to be on the stream as long as it is right now, but appreciate the love, guys. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you tomorrow.